Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I took a bit of a break from making videos, running the Discord community, and all that. So I'm feeling better. My eyes needed a rest from staring at screens, so I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling good. And KULR Stock, I believe I said this to everyone in the Discord. I said it's a buy. Like, we know what causes this stock to move, right? We know what causes it to move. It's contracts. Those U.S. Army contracts, those collaborations. NASA, SpaceX, all that. So once we get another contract, guess what's going to happen? It's going to blow up. It's going to explode. And I've been telling you, buy under 2 and hold it. You can flip it for your 20%, sure, but I would still hold some long for the bigger run. I'm just telling you the game plan. Does that mean I'm going to execute on it? No. I'm not kidding when I say I'm doing a 100% win rate challenge in the Discord. And I showed it. I showed everyone, like, hey, I'm only using less than 2K, because a lot of people come to me with less than 2K. And I tell them, hey, look, if your account is less than 2K, there's no reason you shouldn't just be trading NVIDIA, getting a 100% win rate and winning 80 to 240 a month, which, like I said, most people, they want to get rich quick. Especially if they have, like, the less money they have, the richer, the quicker they want to get rich. The 100% win rate challenge is to prove that all you need is one stock, good positioning on the daily, and because you never lose, you only grow. Combine that with a steady job, because believe it or not, some people come at me with, hey, I only have 500 to my name and no job. I'm like, huh? Bro, you're crazy. Banned. Go get a job. Priorities are all wrong. And in fact, not having employment just sets you back. And you are set to grow to 10K slowly, but surely. Once at 10K, you'll be making way more. And getting from 10K to 20K is easier, but small accounts tend to be desperate to get rich quick, so most won't bother with the NVIDIA swing trading 100% win rate strategy. And I'm showing it. I'm like, this is just with 2K. And this is just the beginning of the year. I make way more in the later half. So, you know, that's just an update on the 100% win rate challenge. I'm really disciplined like that. I want to buy KULR. I want to buy a lot of stocks that I talk about. But I'm like, I made it my goal this year to prove, like, all you need is one to get rich quick. You day trade that one, you swing trade it. And you can do the same strategy with KULR Stock. Technically, with KULR Stock, you should have a 100% win rate, because the one time I alerted it was down here. I literally said it's, like, at the bottom, buy it, and went up literally 20%. So you should, like, if you're following me and my alerts, especially if you're in the Discord, obviously you're going to get it ahead of time. You should be at 100% win rate already with KULR Stock. And it took, a lot of patience and discipline and waiting, 2 months, a month and a half? Most people don't have that. Unfortunately, being patient and disciplined in the markets is an advantage. Like, that's your edge. And unfortunately, people don't have that these days. So, as much as I want to jump in, I just can't. I got to stick to what I set out to do this year, which is NVIDIA, 100% win rate. Let's go. Let's prove to people that it is possible to never lose, and it's possible to grow your account to 10K with just 2K only trading NVIDIA, despite the higher share price. Because people look at the higher share price, they see KULR at $2 versus $140, and they're like, whoa, I'll just buy KULR, right? Because I get technically more shares and all that, and a bigger percentage move. But I'm here to prove, like, it doesn't matter that it's 140 or 200. If you can get 100% win rate on it, why wouldn't you just focus on that, right? Because there's no drawdown. So KULR Stock, again, you should be at 100% win rate, and that's the kind of value I bring. Like, it's just wait for my alert, and you'll be surprised. Like, wait, when this guy alerts, even though it takes months, like, it's a moneymaker, huh? What? Okay, so what I'm saying is accumulate it under 2. We'll get another contract. It'll explode. Right now, nothing's been happening, which is good. You know, the worst thing that can happen with KULR is they drop an offering, which would absolutely cause it to break below where it's at right now. It would cause it to drop under 2. That's if we're keeping it real, right? Right now, there's been no news or anything exciting other than that 20% move. And I called that one. That was great, but it's just going sideways. So accumulate it. You can flip some. You can hold it for the bigger move. I believe it will happen this year, and we'll look back and you'll be like, how did you know, man? I don't get it. How do you... I'm not a genius or anything. It's just obvious. Like we're just going sideways. Like we've been doing that since January 13th. So we're going on a month and a week of just going sideways. Like just buy at the bottom under 2 and accumulate it for the big run. I would rather you accumulate it for the big run. If you're flipping it for 20% and you have an account under 2K, that's fine. But I think I'd rather you hold it for, the bigger bucks. Because a lot of people in my Discord who have 6 figures plus, they made a lot of money in the markets because they bought when it was cheap and then it exploded, right? Like KULR did here. But they held it all the way up and then took some somewhere along the way after they were up like 5 to 8x. So I'd rather you make 5 to 8x on that 2K than keep flipping it for 20%. That's kind of the problem with small accounts is like you really have to sit on it to grow it more than anything. If you have more money, then this is not a problem. You can have 3 brokerage accounts, one for buying for flips and one for buying long. Like you have an advantage. I always tell people if you have over 10K, you should not be losing at that point, especially if you're trading the safer stocks. And I prefer you be my goal is always to make you a 100% win rate. I mean, it's crazy, I know, but that's always the goal. So far, so good. I mean, if you're in the Discord, I called this one right here. I was like, hey, this is a buy. It's just at the bottom sitting there. And I think it's just going to sit here. We better hope, though, and knock on wood, we just better hope they don't drop an offering or any kind of negative news that sends it lower, because that will cause it to drop. But as long as they're not dropping any good or bad news, we're just going to go sideways, in my opinion. That's what I'm seeing here. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you said this back then and that back then, and back then you said this, that, and the other. Look, the market changes and we make the adaptations. If you're not willing to adapt, I mean, I'd be foolish, right? I'd be just stupid. I'd be waiting for that touch of the purple line forever, when clearly it's bottomed out before it even touches this. If it's bottomed out above the 200, that's even better, because that means buyers love it. That's what that means. And we did get that crossover as well. But I would say right now, just rely on the bottom. Because I have 3 different strategies. The bottom's buying strategy, where it's very obvious where the bottom is and where to buy under 2. And I also have the 200 WMA strategy. And that one's easy. If it touches it, you buy. If it's under it, you buy. We did that with NVIDIA. It touched it. It got close to it here. We bought. Same thing here. And then when it went under it, I was like, it's rare that NVIDIA goes under that 200. The last time it went under it like that was way back in 2023. So, that was an obvious, load the boat. I haven't sold yet. I'm going to see if it continues here to 150. But, yeah, I think a lot of you, when I say something, it doesn't, don't take it to heart. We have to make the adaptations. If we don't adapt, we just sit there like dummies, waiting for our setup, when we can make the adaptations and be like, you know what? This is bottomed out here. Let's buy the bottom. Why should I wait for the crossover? Why should I wait for the 200? When clearly people say you can't time bottoms, I disagree. When a bottom shows itself like this, you abuse the hell out of it. And that's why my motto is abuse the big bottoms. Slap that big ass, call that. So that's my opinion of a guy just sitting in his track jacket, no shorts, in underwear, just looking at charts. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, but I'm telling you right now, next contract, this is going to explode, and you're going to be thankful that you bought when no one wanted it, because that's where the real money is made.